We're diving into all that goodness for Burst Protocol. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So Burst Protocol is going to be dropping on February 4th, and of course, 1 week before the 300th. Pretty ironic that that's going to be, you know, the impact of this set. They're at least giving you enough time to basically start to test the waters and see, you know, what's going to work out from here. So starting things off here, we are getting Rokket Loader as an ultra rare, which, I mean, on normal or special adds a level 7 Dark Dragon from the deck to the hand. And you can't special summon for the extra deck except for Dark Monsters for the rest of this turn. So yeah, it does Dark Lock you. And you can banish from the graveyard to target a face-up monster on the field. It becomes dark until the end of this turn. That actually does matter quite a lot, but they are paywalling this behind an ultra rare, which, I mean, is not exactly the most disappointing thing of the set. We also got confirmation that Hollow Rokket Dragon and Rokket Detonator are both coming. Now, Hollow Rokket never really sees much play. It's when a Link Monster effect is activated that targets this face-up card on the field. Quick effect can destroy this, and then activate 6 cards on the top of your deck, and then banish one of them, or from the opponent's deck, banish one of them. And if you do, place the rest on the bottom of the deck, and in the same order, place them on the top. Then during the end phase, this card's in the graveyard because it was destroyed by battle or card effect and sent there this turn. There's also summon a Rokket from the deck. It's inherently too slow. And then Rokket Detonator. This card is broken. If you control a Dark Dragon Link monster, free special summon from the hand. Only special summon one of these once per turn. This way you can target a Dark Dragon monster in your spell and trap card zone and special summon it, but it cannot attack and its effects are negated, and you can't special summon from the extra deck except for Dark Monsters. Yes, this card is one of the best things we could have. Now, we do have Borrel Fatal Flare. This is the Dark Link monster plus a Dark monster. On Fusion Summon, you can add a Rokket monster from your deck to your hand. You can target a Rokket or a Dark monster you control and equip it with a Dark Link monster from your graveyard or banishment as an equip spell that gives 500. That's actually where the combo comes in that allows you to special summon the equipped monster from the spell and trap card zone, which is really, really, really strong. And then Topologic Blaster Dragon. I am very interested to see why Konami opted to make this one a secret rare. It is 2+ effect monsters. You cannot summon or set monsters to any extra monster zone this card points to. And if a monster is special summoned to a zone a Link monster points to while this is in the extra monster zone, you can apply one of these effects. But you cannot apply the same effect of Topological Blaster Dragon again this turn. It's actually really interesting because you get to do multiple. So you can shuffle all other monsters on the field into the deck. You can shuffle all spells and traps on the field into the deck. Or you can look at your opponent's extra deck and banish a card from it. Now you, once again, are limited. Maybe this card's going to be a saving grace for Malice based on how things are going right now, but definitely an incredibly useful card. And then we do have the Borrel Shroud. This card is amazing. 3+ effect monsters. Your opponent cannot tribute this face-up card on the field. Once per turn during the main phase, you can target a Rokket you control, negate its effects, or negate the effects of one face card the opponent controls, and then destroy the targeted monster. And then your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. And then once roll face-up at the start of the battle phase, you can special summon a Link 4 or lower Borrel Link monster from your extra deck. Yeah, this just gives you cheat access to some very, very, very potentially powerful monsters. And we all know why this card is incredibly useful because of that. Next up, we do have the Triss Borrel. This is going to be the Link 3. It's 2+ Dark Dragon monsters, including a Rokket. You know that modification effect that we had earlier to make something a dark? Well, this is where this comes in. On Link Summon, we could add Rapid Trigger, Heavy Interlock, or Double Interlock from the deck to the hand. And you can target a face-up card you control and a Dark Dragon monster in your graveyard and destroy that card on the field if you add the other monster to your hand. This is very useful for being generic. And we all know that we like seeing generic powerhouse cards actually working in our favor. Next up here, we have Double Interlock. This is going to be the Miracle Fusion. You're basically going to be fusion summoning out that new fusion monster by banishing from the graveyard. You could also technically ritual summon from the hand by banishing monsters from the graveyard whose levels equal or, you know, exceed the level of it, including a Rokket, but we're never actually going to be doing that. You're just going to be strictly using this to Miracle Fusion into the new fusion monster, which does make the deck pretty consistent, I will say the least. And then we do have Borrel Reboot. This card feels incredibly good for the deck. Especially, you know, when you get into post-sighting, it's when your opponent activates a spell and trap card while you control a Rokket or a Borrel monster. You get to negate that activation, you set it back to your opponent's field, and it cannot be activated again this turn. Now, you can activate this from the hand by paying half your life points. We all know that Red Reboot was one of the more famous cards you got the chance to play. So the fact that, you know, they're giving us access to this is really, really good. And then, oh boy, the Fallen of the White is a secret rare. I can't say that I'm not surprised to see this. Now remember, this is always treated as Fallen of Albaz. It does have the naming confliction with the other Albaz, which is kind of important. If this card is in the hand, you can send a monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz from the extra deck to the graveyard to special summon this. You can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except for level 8 fusion or synchro monsters. And on normal or special, you can special summon an Ecclesia from the hand deck or graveyard. Now, the fact that, you know, we can just bring out the tuner Ecclesia and basically continue on along our play lines makes this card incredibly powerful. Now, we do get a new Ecclesia in Secret Rare, the Ecclesia and the Dark Dragon. This is a tuner plus a non-tuner, so you can make this very easily. It's got the 2500 stat line, and then during the main phase quick effect, we can banish this card until the end phase, and if you do, we can special summon a Fallen of Albaz or a level 4 lore monster that mentions it from the deck or graveyard. And if this card is in the graveyard, you can target a level 8 fusion monster in your graveyard or banishment and one card on the field, and shuffle both of those cards and this card into the deck. So this is going to give you access to reset back up for that mystical extra Fallen and the Virtuous that your deck has, you know, mystically had the room to play. And of course, reloading options is incredibly good. We also did see Spenta is a secret rare. If you didn't see this coming, I mean, discard this to activate one of these effects. The things we care about are you're adding a Magistus from the deck to the hand. We can also have the attack of a monster the opponent controls until the end phase. We can also banish it from the graveyard to target a face-up monster you control and equip a Magistus from your extra deck or graveyard to it as an equip spell. Definitely a good card. I just wish we had the Borrel load Savage Dragon to go with this, because not actually having that is kind of sad, but okay. Next, Zalen, the Shackled Dragon. The fact that this isn't a higher rarity is interesting. This is the tuner plus synchro monster, and if this card you control be used as synchro material, you can treat it as a non-tuner, and when this card, or when a card or effect is activated in response to another card or effect activation, you can activate one of these. So you negate the first effect, and if you do, destroy that card, or you negate the second effect, and if you do, destroy that card. You basically can go down into the chain and basically ping something lower on the chain link, which is actually very interesting. We also did get our first look at Mercurium, the Living Quicksilver, the TCG exclusive card that Konami's really pushing. This is on Exceed Summon. You can attach a monster from your deck to this card as material, and you can only use this effect of Mercurium, the Living Quicksilver, once per turn. And while it has material, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters in the graveyard with the same attribute as the monster in your graveyard. And once per turn during the end phase, you have to detach a material from this card or take 3,000 life points. Luckily enough, I mean, this just turns into a 4-material Zeus, so it works for me. We also got to see Forbidden Crown coming down from the top as a secret rare. If you didn't expect Crown to be a secret, you target a monster, negate its effects, can't attack, can't be destroyed by battle, it's unaffected by other activated effects except for its own, it can't be attributed, and it can't be used as a material for Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, or Link Summon. Yeah, this card's really good. We also got to see some of this Darklord stuff. Golgullet here is you can only special summon one of these once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can get to make 2 Darklord tokens. Also can't special summon for the rest of this turn, but if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Darklord card or a Forbidden Quick Play spell card from your deck to your hand. You can actually Branded Fusion this down and get some free little advantage, which is really nice. We also have DJ Ahudi. Yes, this is actually the name of it from the stream. On normal or special, you can special summon a Darklord monster from your deck in defense mode, except for DJ Ahudi. Can't special summon for the rest of the turn except for fairy monsters. And if you control a Dark Fairy Fusion monster, you can banish this card from the graveyard to target a Darklord or a Forbidden Quick Play spell card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. This is really good. We also got the Darklord Dance, which is the fusion summon a Dark Fairy monster from the extra deck by banishing from the hand, field, and or graveyard. The monster summons by this effect gains 1,000 attack, and if summoning a Darklord fusion monster this way, you can also use Darklord monsters your opponent controls as material. Really, really, really good. And then the Darklord Evening Star, 2 level 6 or higher Dark Fairies. Your opponent cannot target this card with quick effects. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. On fusion summon, you can set a Darklord spell or a Darklord trap card from your deck, and then you can pay 1,000. Target a Darklord spell in your graveyard and apply that card's activated effect, and then shuffle it into the deck. So You're getting a lot of the basic stuff with this, but that is it. That is what we have for Burst Protocol. I'll go over the TCG exclusives here in another video, but this is looking pretty interesting. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.